Hello friends, welcome you all to Target UPSC Prelims 2021. Today we are going to discuss some of the important news related with 22nd of December where we are expecting more number of questions. So first news, it is about status of leopard report which is being recently published in India. So first it has shown that from 2014 to 2018 the total strength of leopard has increased by almost 60% is a very positive sign. That's why this report about status of leopard has a significance. Why it is in significance? We'll go for every point one by one, and I expect every one of you to remember these things. First thing, this particular report has been published by Union Minister for Environment, released the status of leopard report. About leopard, what is the significance? Indian leopards are called as Panthera pardus fusca. Panthera pardus fusca. The leopard subspecies has been widely distributed throughout the Indian subcontinent. Recently, this leopard has been listed as vulnerable on the International Union for Conservation of Nature's red list. Basically, due to poaching, habitat loss, and all kinds of commercial activities related with leopard and their skin, their status has been shifted from near threatened to vulnerable by IUCN in its red list. Here remember, Indian leopard is distributed in India, Nepal, Bhutan, and parts of Pakistan. About population of leopard, here remember, it is estimated by using camera trapping technique in 2014 to 18 there has been a 60% increase in the population of leopard, which has increased from 7,940 to 12,852. This is important, significant. No need to remember the numbers, but also you should go through the total number of their strengths in various state wise. So highest concentration of leopards can be found in Madhya Pradesh with 3,421, then Karnataka 1,783, then it is Maharashtra 1,619. Then what are various threats that are being faced by leopard? The threats are, first one it is poaching, then habitat loss, third depletion of natural prey, and last one is man-animal conflict. This you should remember. Also, you have to remember a few important things. Going by region wise, if we try to distribute the leopards in India region wise, you can see the highest number of leopard, that is 8,071 leopards, can be found in central India and eastern Ghats, and in northeastern hills least leopards can be found, which are 141 leopards. I am giving additional information along with the PPTs that you should remember. This was first important news. Then second important news, it is about the bilateral relations between India and Vietnam. Recently, Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Vietnam Mr. H.E. Nguyen Xuan Phuc held a virtual summit on various issues. The issues has been very, very important for both India and Vietnam. Why it is important, we will go in details. Also, we will discuss the important announcements made by India and Vietnam for having partnership in various sectors. Here you have to remember, the announcement made by India and Vietnam are very, very important for you to write your answers in the mains examination. So let's go for these things. Before moving forward, this is the map of Vietnam. This you can go for this Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, then the surrounding countries. This is Mekong River, it is Thailand, Cambodia, then this is Laos, then this particular Thailand and Myanmar. All these things are there. We will go for these things in detail. So what it says, see, they have declared a joint statement, joint vision statement. The statement involves joint vision of peace, prosperity and people. This document was adopted mutually and bilaterally by India and Vietnam. They rolled out a plan of action from 2021 to 2023. They have declared a shared objective. This entire slide you can remember as it is, you can mug it up as it is to write in your mains answers. What it says, listen very carefully. They have a shared objective of a peaceful, stable, secure, free, open, inclusive and rule-based Indo-Pacific region. So basically, the good relationship between India and Vietnam are very, very important for peaceful Indo-Pacific region, which has been recently destabilized by the hegemonical activities of China. Second, Here in this case, both countries have signed a document in areas such as defense, scientific research, renewable energy, petrochemicals and cancer treatment. These are the most important areas where every ASEAN countries has made or has tried to develop relationship with India. Some another important announcements that are being made by India and Vietnam are, I will just read out these important announcements. I request every one of you to remember these announcements. Listen it very carefully. First, they have made an announcement about implementation of the high-speed guard boat manufacturing project for Vietnam. Board Guard Command under almost $100 million. Second, it talks about completion and handing over of 7 development projects with Indian grant unit assistance of almost $1.5 million. Third, it is about enhancing the number of annual quick impact project from currently 5 to 10 projects commencing from financial year 2021 to 22. Third, it talks about 3 important new development partnership projects in heritage conservation in Vietnam. This is the most important points where you could get a question. I will just read out those 3 important projects. One is F block of temple at my son. First, F block of temple at my son. Second, Dong Duang Buddhist Monastery. First is about temple, second is about monastery. Dong Duang Buddhist Monastery in Quang Nam province. And third, Nhan Cham Tower in Phu Yen province. Nhan Cham Tower in Phu Yen province. These are the 3 important projects which are being expected to be developed by India and Vietnam jointly. And last one, the most important announcement is about launch of bilateral projects for preparing an encyclopedia on India-Vietnam civilizational and cultural relationship. That's why it is important. Now, next important news is from England. It is about B117 lineage. What it is? It is the name of new coronavirus strain that is found, which is not lethal, which has least mortality rate, but which can be called as super transmitter, which has highest transmission rate. Recently, out of all COVID-19 patients found in Britain, 60% are being infected by this new coronavirus strain. Here, remember, India has suspended all flights from and to the UK until December 31. Now here what it says, it is important. Almost 40 countries in Europe, Asia, South America and Middle East have closed their borders to and from the UK. Virus has accounted for almost 60% of the new COVID-19 cases in London in England. Now some important information about the new strain of coronavirus. It is known as VUI 2020-12/01. What is the full form of VUI? It stands for virulent variant under investigation. Variant under investigation, or it is also called as B.1.17 lineage. What is this lineage? It is sequence of the species evolved from predecessor. Here, remember, people who are infected carry heightened viral load or a very large amount of viral load, not more deadly but 70% more transmissible, might have emerged in a patient with weakened immune system. The next important news is about recent Southwest Monsoon Report 2020. Few important points I want to share with you. The Indian Meteorological Department has published East of the Season Southwest Monsoon 2020 report. This is the map about withdrawal of the monsoon. Now, some important points on which you could get a question. First, it is about long period average, which is also called as LPA. Now, what is this LPA? So here, LPA is the average of rainfall received over 50 years period between 1951 to 2001, long period average. Here, Indian Meteorological Department has expressed the projected rainfall in terms of long period average. Here remember, this long period average is kept as a benchmark while forecasting the quantitative rainfall for the monsoon season every year. What are the highlights of the report? First, the seasonal rainfall over the country is being expressed through this particular report. Then, monthly rainfall, monsoon advances to monsoon withdrawal from the country, and cyclonic storm Nisarga 1st to 4th June were the important things that were being highlighted into this particular monsoon report. Now, next is about winter solstice, a very interesting winter solstice. What is this winter solstice? So you remember, every year on December 21 is celebrated as a winter solstice in northern hemisphere, while same 21st December is celebrated as summer solstice in southern hemisphere. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year in northern hemisphere, coincided with longest night, shortest day and longest night, and also it has longest day in southern hemisphere and shortest night. Conversely, December 21 is summer solstice, which is year's longest day into the this particular southern hemisphere. Now here remember why it happens. It is due to the tilted axis of earth along its perpendicular. I repeat once again, why winter solstice occurs. It occurs mainly on the account of tilted axis of earth to its perpendicular. The earth's axis of rotation is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees away from the particular. So this is the tilt, that is 23.5 degrees. This tilt combined with factors such as Earth's spin and orbit, tilt, Earth's spin and Earth's orbit lead to variation in the duration of sunlight that any location on the planet receives on different days of the earth. Here remember some important data. Again I will repeat the things, very important for examination. December 21, also you can go through this particular thing. On 21st March it is spring equinox, on 21st June summer solstice, 21st December winter solstice, 22nd September autumnal equinox. Equinox when day and night are of same length. Day and night are of some same length. This has been taken for northern hemisphere. Here on 21st of June, day is longest and night is shortest, whereas here night is longest, day is shortest. So some important things why it is so, just go for it. December 21 in northern hemisphere, it is shortest day of the year, sometime regarded as the first day of the winter. Southern hemisphere, on same day December 21, it is longest day of the occur during the southern summer. Now what is winter solstice? It occurs when one of the earth's pole has its maximum tilt away from the sun. It means during this particular time period sun is at this particular position and earth is tilted in this manner. That's why this, if we look at this particular position, that is northern hemisphere, I will just go for it. See, you can observe over here. If this is sun in simple terms and this is earth which has tilted, in this case this particular northern part is farthest away from the solar rays, that's why it has longest night, and this part is nearest, so it has longest day. So in southern part it is longest day, it has longest night. Why? It has almost a tilt, you can look over here, it has a tilt of 23.5 degrees. So you can see this is the tilt, this is important, and this is on this particular 22nd December. If it is sun, this is energy of sun, then this northern hemisphere is farthest away from the sun. That's why this is the longest night and this is the longest day on 21st December. Same in this case on 21st June, this is longest day and this is the longest night. Shortest night. So this is the reason for winter solstice. Here remember, it happens twice yearly, once in each hemisphere. This is important data. Just stop the video, pause the video and just read entire information. It is important. Now next important information is about one of the important project, that is JSA2, that is Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2. This year's theme is Catch the Rain, Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2, and theme is Catch the Rain where it falls, when it falls. Now it is a part of National Water Mission. Why it is important? Recently National Water Mission along with Ministry of Jal Shakti in collaboration with Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, Ministry of Youth Affairs has launched JSA2, that is Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2. What are the key points? Nehru Yuva Sangathan Kendra will undertake the campaign covering almost 623 districts across the nation. Here National Water Mission launched a campaign which is called as Catch the Rain, and their tagline is Catch the Rain where it falls, when it falls. Then what are the objectives of this national water mission? First, to increase water use efficiency by 20%. Second, recycling of urban wastewater whenever it is possible. Then third important objective is adoption of low temperature desalination technologies in coastal cities. Then basin level management strategies consulting with the states, enhancing storage above and below ground, and large scale irrigation programs is the objective of National Water Mission. Then next important news is about petrochemical area. It says that 8th producing basin, petrochemical producing basins, has been handed over to India. Here ONGC, that is Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, began crude oil production in Ashok Nagar one well Bengal Basin in 24 Pargana district. District is important, 24 Pargana. UPSC do not ask question directly on current event, it goes or it focuses on its ancillaries. Like here you should go for 24 Pargana district. It made Bengal Basin India's 8th producing basin. It is important. Here remember, oil is found in sedimentary basins. So primary locations on the continents, they are found on subsidence crust of the continent. It exists for a long-term preservation of continental sediments. Here remember some important beats. Increasing pressure and process of compaction and lithification transforms them into sedimentary rock. All kinds of living animal, when it gets subsided into that particular crust, there is a process which is called as compaction and lithification, which converts them into sedimentary rock. It has great economic importance. Natural gas and petroleum has been found in sedimentary rock. So this last line is very, very important, where you could get a question. Where petroleum is found, always remember petroleum is found in sedimentary rock. Then some factual information about sedimentary basins in India. There are total 26 sedimentary basins found in India with a cumulative area of 3.14 million square kilometer, out of which 16 are on land, 7 are partly on land and partly offshore, and 3 are completely offshore. Now the categories of these production basins based on the level of output of oil. Category 1, reserves and already producing. Category 2, pending commercial production. And category 3, resources awaiting discovery. Now the 7 important production of commercial basins of India. This Bengal is 8th one. First one is Cambay. Second is Assam Shelf. Third one is Mumbai offshore. Then fourth one is Krishna Godavari. Fifth one is Kaveri. Sixth one is Assam Arakan Fold Belt, and last one is Rajasthan, which was in news recently. Then next important news is about Dal Lake, which was in news. Now this is Dal Lake, it is location, just go through. I will just tell you why the Dal Lake was in news. Recently, Jammu and Kashmir authorities have launched an anti-poaching boat for the safety of winter migratory birds in Dal Lake. It aims to control poaching of birds, that is killing of birds which have been continuously under the threat of poachers. That's why this Dal Lake was in news. Here remember, Dal Lake has a location of Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Its lake type is warm monomictic lake. It is warm monomictic lake. Remember, primary inflows, inflow channel Telbal Nalla from Marasar Lake. Primary regulated 2 channels, outflows Dal Gate and Nalla Amir, and catchment area is almost 316 square kilometer area. Now we'll go for about this Dal Lake in detail. Important points. First, Dal Lake is located in Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir. Located in the Zabarwan mountain valley at the foothills of Shankaracharya Hill. So this last line is important. Dal Lake is located at the foothill of which hills? It is Shankaracharya Hills. It is named as jewel in the crown of Kashmir or Srinagar's jewel. Important source or commercial operation in fishing and water plant harvesting. Has 4 interconnected basins. The names of the basins are Hazratbal, then Bodhdal, then Gagribal, and last one is Nagin. So that's all from my side. We'll coming with more and more lectures. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.